There was enough users on our award-winning platform.
So for us, it's important to deliver what they need to delight their customers with an excellent solution.
RTI works with just about any platform that's out there.
We realize that a control brand is really only as good as the connections we make possible. So this is a constant focus of ours.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Smart Home Expo. Today with me I have a very special guest. Actually, I have two very special guests. First of whom I would like to introduce is Mr. Joe Roberts, Chief Executive Officer for Remote Technologies Incorporated, also known as RTI Control. I also have RTI's Head of Global Marketing, Bill Hensley. Bill, Joe, it's a great pleasure having both of you here.
Great to be here, Sam.
To introduce RTI Control is an American brand that manufactures smart controls and automation solutions since 1992. It's very famous in the West as well as the European market, and we have also seen RTI gaining a lot of traction in the Indian market in the last couple of years. Joe, my very first question to you is, could you start by giving a brief overview of RTI and the company history?
Well, RTI, as you mentioned, has been around since 1992. And it was started by two gentlemen who were engineers ultimately it was a universal remote control. The two gentlemen wanted to do was create an experience that was truly unique with an incredible industrial design, an intuitive software design, just to make it very simple to control your audio, video, your TV experience. The two gentlemen continued on that progression and added new remote controls over the years, working with partners, expanding distribution from the United States into the European market, Oceania, India, Asia, continued to expand the business, and then adding in not just remote controls, but two-way control to other devices besides simple audio video, creating amplifiers, creating solutions that were designed specifically for the professional integrator, both in a residential and commercial setting, and winning many, many awards going through these years. A number of years ago, there was enough users on our award-winning platform that it became the first Hall of Fame award winner. And I'm happy to say that one of the founders of the company, Kevin Marty, is our Chief Technical Officer and owner of our business and has been here for 32 years. It's an incredible story that we've had. We go to business, Sonny, through partners outside North America. We have top-rated partners in each market. And I'm happy to say that Mientech in India has been a partner of ours for a long time. We have great relationships with Mientech. And what we look for in a partner is someone who understands our business, understands their customers, understands how it is to be successful in that market with service, with sales support, with design engineering. And we couldn't have a better partner with Mientech. Over the last few years, I've joined the company a little over 4 years ago. We've been looking at growth opportunities in our business that are taking in new technologies and still trying to advance our products in a way that still sits with the history of the company with incredible user experiences and industrial designs.
Bill, could you take us through your core product lines for home automation and controls? Tell us what makes them unique.
As Joe mentioned, we do go to market through the professional integrator. So for us, it's important to deliver what they need to delight their customers with an excellent solution. So it's a full complement of control processors, control devices, your remotes, your touch panels, whether it's on your Android or iPhone or your Android tablet or your iPad, as well as audio, video distribution, and of course the accessories to help the integrator get the job done. We realize that a control brand is really only as good as the connections we make possible. So this is a constant focus of ours. We work with thousands of third-party devices. We're adding more each week. We have a whole team dedicated to writing drivers to enable our system to talk to these various subsystems. And what that does is it gives the end user that seamless, exceptional experience where the smart home really feels like an intelligent home responsive to that homeowner's needs. And of course, we give the integrators choices, and it's not just in the hardware, but it's in the interface as well. So the client might have a specific need in mind. The integrator might present your gorgeous out-of-the-box template. That might be just fine, or it might be something completely customized, or something from one of our third-party developers. We try to make it very flexible for that integrator to always delight the customer with exactly what they're looking for.
RTI has been exhibiting with Smart Home Expo for the last couple of years through Mientech. So as an exhibitor, Ben, how important is Smart Home Expo to you in consideration with the Indian market?
India is a large and growing market for RTI. MianTek is a great partner in the market. So it's of course important for us to be at India's largest trade show dedicated to the Smart Home Expo. What it helps us do is get the story in front of the people who can deliver to the end user, speaking to those integrators. You can share so much online these days, but when you're one-on-one, hearing a challenge or an opportunity the integrator faces, and then being able to respond to that with, well, here's our solution, here's how we would do that. Those one-on-one connections are really what it's all about. But again, just the growth in the market is substantial. Great partner in the market with MianTek. We're thrilled to be part of the show.
Joe, which particular product or product lines are you very excited to showcase at the event?
As a smart home company, what we do is we often showcase not just a product, but actually a solution, being able to manage whether it's a media room, whether it's a home theater, whether it's distributed audio through a home, rather than just sharing an individual product. It really is a full solution. That being said, we do have some new products that we'll be showing here. And one of them is certainly our latest version of software, which is Integration Designer 11.8 is what version we're on now. I've mentioned that Integration Designer, the award-winning software, it's used by thousands of professional integrators, and we always are making updates to it to make it easier for our integrators, more enjoyable for our end users, and having better integration with third parties. So we will be showing the latest version of Integration Designer, and that is going to touch every part of every system that we do. In addition to that, we are going to be showcasing a few new hardware products for touchscreens that we're going to be able to just showing for touchscreen displays in a small format and a large format. They're really unique. We're calling them the RTI Intelligent Surface Touch Panel. And we'll be showing these. They're beautiful. They're mounted on wall. They can be on table stand, really unique situations for really control of any system, whether it's an RTI system or an RTI talking to a third party system on there. We've also recently have announced new amplifiers that are matrix amplifiers that are high powered at 100 watts per channel that we'll be talking about at the show. And we also will be talking about new remote controls, which is where RTI started. And we have 2 new remote controls that are unique solutions that we're excited to be talking about at the show.
How does RTI solution integrate with the popular home ecosystems like Amazon Alexa, Google Home, Apple HomeKit, etc.?
RTI works with just about any platform that's out there. There's something that we call drivers, that we have a team, an internal team that write drivers to talk to third-party companies. But we also have an open API that other developers can write drivers to integrations. RTI has a direct integration right now with Alexa for controlling any smart home application where you can do custom scenes, tying together any of our systems together, whether it's landscape, speakers, home theater, lighting, and you can put all of this together to do one scene inside RTI. So we really do see that some of these smart home ecosystems like we're talking about here are important to drive awareness into the market. And companies like RTI is really strong at tying these together and making them useful and beneficial for the homeowners.
What are some of the latest technology trends or consumer demands that are driving innovation in the home automation space?
We're following trends and we get questions and you see what's in the media. For example, AI is all the buzz right now. It's certainly going to disrupt a number of industries, but in some cases it's not what you would expect it to be. I was just reading about music and the adoption of AI generated music is nil right now. And I know that's not smart home, but to say as a control company working in and around the smart home and the smart office space, we're always looking for ways to connect those technologies. So as adoption picks up in one technology, RTI is thinking, well, how do we adapt that to make sense in the control system within the home or within the work? Work from home is becoming more common. So a lot of the conferencing platforms, for example, we have a new platform dedicated to making a more intelligent, inclusive meeting. So whether you're working in the office or at home, we call it Intelligent Meetings, making every meeting an in-person meeting. It's just an example of how we look at where the market is headed, look at what the trends are. And again, as a control company, we try to put that together in a solution that makes sense for the homeowner, for the business owner. Another example would be Dante Audio, increasing adoption adoption within the smart home. So as smart home systems get larger, as more of them are really living on the network, Dante audio can make sense. It's de facto standard in commercial right now, but starting to pick up in residential as well. So we have some great integrations with companies doing some wonderful things in Dante, such as Bluestream. Again, it's all about the connections we make that turn smart home into really an intelligent home for the homeowner.
Joe, you do want to answer? If you have some points, then you can add.
Some interesting audio trends that we see is that there's a blend between residential and commercial today, that a lot of professional residential integrators are starting to take on some commercial business. And the technology that goes between those two types of systems is no longer one versus the other, that they can actually have systems that transcend both applications. And so we're starting to see the product roadmap that we have right now are making products that are designed to work in a commercial application or also in an outdoor application for residential, for doing landscape, for instance. You can actually see that we can have it be where we're designing product that are used, in multiple market segments.
What makes a great smart home or building installation, and what pitfalls should consumer or businesses avoid?
It's important with smart home installation is to have a great partner, first of all. RTI sells exclusively through the professional installation channel. And what we like to do is make sure that our partners are well trained on our products, understand their homeowners, the businesses that they're selling to, and have a good plan for that. Certainly having a design that actually is going to work, that's going to meet their needs, that's not going to overwhelm them with choices, that's going to actually have just what they're looking to do to delight them. And having a software that is intuitive, having a software that is easy to do the design as the programmer, but also easy to use as a homeowner. It's important not to have technology that's put in just for technology's sake, is really understand those clients' needs.
How would you invite the potential visitors, attendees of the show?
When you're looking around the show floor, ask a lot of questions. That's the best way to learn about what all the different manufacturers are showing. And when you're talking to a control company, ask how they integrate with the other stuff that's important to you. Now, some homeowners are more interested in security. Some are more interested in, audio or video. Every home has its own style and flavor and what's important to it. So the integrator is that one who delights the client by putting everything together, and you learn from the manufacturers by asking lots of questions.
Joe, what is your message for the visitors and the attendees of the expo?
Come see us, come meet RTI, come see Miantec, and find out what latest in our roadmap, what products we're showing, and get to know us. I think we have a great offering that we're excited to be sharing with you.
To everybody who's watching us right now, as Ben and Joe said, you are cordially invited to the upcoming Smart Home Expo that is happening from the 2nd to the 4th of May 2024. So that's it from us. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Ben, once again. We'll see you in another episode of the Smart Home Podcast.